Good morning, everyone. My name is Anne-Marie Band. Today is November the 28th, 2 more days until the end of the month, and we are looking at the weekly ES. This range that I have here is last week's motion, right? Right in this area, we're sitting right on the inside of this zone. These charts are by TrendSpider. These are heat maps. What heat maps tell us is where arguments are occurring. And so we are sitting here and there is a lot of arguing here, right? A lot of folks are saying, hey, listen, this is because of the China breakdown or lockdown, whatever the case is. Last week we had an inside range. So we've got some market consolidation, some market compression in terms of price. And so what we are expecting is that this compression leads to expansion. We have the FOMC coming on Wednesday, so I suspect that's going to be really fairly noisy in general in terms of sideways until that event occurs or somebody leaks what's going to happen. From a daily perspective, there is a little bit of heat, but not a ton. And after the ES, I'm going to jump right into the SPY because I do normally work on the SPY space here. What I do want to tell you is that we are sitting squarely inside and the 50% range of the prior week, which of course, you know, I love to do that. You can see it on all of my charts all of the time. That 50% range is really right where we're battling right now at 39.98. The first group of folks that are going to come in are likely buyers. We'll see what happens here, but I do expect that the dips are still buy zones, and we've got some things that we want to clear off the table in this dip down. So I'm really looking forward to that. Let's jump right into SPY so we can see what's going on. Last week I said, hey, listen, buyers are going to defend, or they're going to try to defend here. It shows that they did. Could it be that this is the higher level that they're going to run into? Possibly, right? I think I will remove that line to give us a little bit less action in the noise. But what we can see is this move upward that's coming into the old resistance zone. Prior resistance over in this edge. I'm going to inch it up a little bit more so it's closer to a combination of the close, opens, and highs. Right here, this 402 area is, you know, just fantastic to look at in terms of clear resistance. If we break out there, I think we're going to run straight right up into the space. And frankly, the pullback action does tell us that we've got these higher levels on approach in the near term, my suspicion. The key event is getting up over the 402. Now, we know that in the pre-market, and let's go all the way down to the 15-minute to see where there's morning heat, right? We are clearly inside of last week. We can see a lot of congestion here. Listen, remember, heat maps in TrendSpider do not tell you where support and resistance are. What they tell you is where people argue, okay? And in a space of arguing, both buyers and sellers will move. Trend is going to be your friend here, of course. And as the price action moves from this area, are we getting? No, we're not getting pre-market action here. And I'm wondering why. It should be live. Whatever the case, never mind. We know that we really are sitting down around this area. So we do expect to see a little bit sideways action coming into what I suspect is going to be very choppy until the Fed comes out and tells us what they're going to do about interest rates. All right, now take a look at this. Notice on the 15-minute, all kinds of noise giving us support from, and we only know it after the fact, right? We don't know it before. We only know it after the fact. And so what really we should keep our eyes on is what's the price action at these edges and what can we do there. From a 15-minute perspective, you can see them all over the place. But from a daily, it doesn't look quite that noisy at all in terms of what the traders are trying to do, right? We had a short week. You can see this is a region where there's a lot of heavy congestion. Traders try to push out, but they can't. Listen, assume that they'll try to push out, but that there will be trouble. So wait for the formation to tell you what it's doing, because these levels of congestion can be either support or resistance. And so we want to focus on those spaces. If we take a look at a 15-minute from the cues, looking at last week's motion, we're going to see that we've got the same kind of pattern that's telling us here's where heavy congestion is on the low side, here's where heavy congestion is on the high side, and chances are, because of our 0 DTE formations, we're going to see price action jockey right between these zones. So my suspicion, again, is we're going to be range bound until Wednesday, but we can trade these ranges. Dips are still going to find buyers. Good luck trading today.